The Johari Window is a really simple model that shows us how we can work together more effectively and how we can reach our own full potential. The Johari Window may sound like some ancient Sanskrit, but it was actually designed in the 1950s by two psychologists, lovely bearded chaps called Joe and Harry, who simply put their names together. Johari. The window has 4 panes: open, hidden, blind and unknown. The concept, based on effective communication and a better understanding of ourselves, is to minimize the hidden, blind and unknown panes and move them all to the open position. Let's explain why and how. So this first pane, open, it describes what we know about ourselves and what others know about us too. It could be our skills or experience. It could be our strengths and what we can bring to the team or a specific task. When things are out in the open, everyone knows where they stand. We have trust in others and confidence in ourselves. Things are less likely to be misunderstood and friction is reduced. So open is clearly the best mode for productivity and teamwork. The next pane, hidden, is what we know about ourselves, but others don't know. Now, of course, there's going to be personal things that we don't want to share, but there may also be skills or abilities that we're well aware of, but we choose to keep to ourselves. For fear of judgment, perhaps, or vulnerability, or for changing the dynamics of the team. Often this comes when communication is poor and people feel that by opening up, they might be overstepping the mark. And that's why an open, honest, authentic culture is so important. The more we understand each other, how we're wired, what motivates us, and the more we communicate and break down barriers, well, the more likely we're to feel comfortable getting our hidden talents or thoughts or feelings out in the open. Next, the blind pane. This is what we don't know about ourselves, but others do. In other words, our blind spots. Perhaps we think we're expressing ourselves clearly, but others interpret what we're saying in a completely different way. Maybe the things that motivate us are just completely different to those around us. You probably met that person who wanted all the detail, the nitty-gritty on everything, as opposed to their teammates who just cared about the bigger picture. Or the person motivated by pushing their boundaries, constantly innovating, whilst everybody else was more bothered by friendship or stability at work. Our motivators are often what creates these blind spots, and if left undealt with, can lead to real disengagement. Again, communication is vital. By asking for feedback from others regularly, we can get a sense of our blind spots. And if we want to give feedback, well, sensitivity is important. If we just pounce, it destroys trust. Compassion and emotional intelligence are crucial, along with a consideration that everyone's resilience levels are different. Managers can set the tone here by promoting a culture of non-judgmental feedback, underlined by consistent, positive, two-way, here comes that word again, communication. And finally, the unknown window pane. What we don't know about ourselves and what others don't know either. Human beings are complex. We might have an awesome talent for coaching, but we just haven't seen it in ourselves yet. We may have received conditioning from childhood or a previous job, meaning that brilliant talent's been locked away well under the surface. And of course, we may just be starting out and not yet have the experience to understand what we're fully capable of. Having a culture where people are curious, can try new things without fear of failure, gives everyone the opportunity to learn and uncover their unknowns. And as said, in the right, trusted environment, where we spot a talent in someone or they spot a talent in us, we're more likely to be able to give or receive that feedback favourably, moving the unknown window pane into the open. So to summarise, the best performing teams work in Johari's open window. Open comes from frequent, authentic, non-judgmental communication, which builds trust. Removing the blind spots by understanding everyone's motivators moves teams into the open faster. as does establishing the freedom to learn and grow without fear of failure. And don't forget, there's no broad brush. Everyone has different levels of resilience. Now, time to take the Johari Window exercise. You can check it out on this page or by going to www.cassandraandrews.com/Johari. Thanks for watching.